Hello, everyone. So today we're going to watch this video to learn more about how to use Newsela, or sometimes people call it Newsela. So when you log in to Newsela, you are logging in through your Google account, and then you should be connected to your classroom teacher. Also, I want to show you some features of Newsela. So right at the top, it has some things that you need to know about. Right here is the news section, and that is where you're going to learn about the latest news. So if you click on that, for example, it's going to take you to all the news articles for today. And then if you scroll down, it has other big stories and different things by subject area. So news today is kind of a good one to check out when you want to see what's current and happening. Another thing you could also do is go to this search button. And if there's a specific topic that you wanted to look into, you would just type that into the search button. All right. Let's go back to look at some of the other things that Newsela offers. So this library is really cool because they've organized it by topics, just like you would in a real library. Since this is a digital library of nonfiction articles, they have it organized right here by kind of the genre or area. So history and geography, humanities, government and economics, some opinion like debate topics, science and math, and then they have a reading skill check down here if you wanted to ever practice that. So that's the library. And then we go into your content. So the your content section has things like articles that are saved by you, that little bookmark, and then content at your school. So you can see what other classrooms are getting into. If you click all, it just does both. So let's go to, let's say, for example, that I am going to pick this article on the gold rush, for example, and I really think that I want to use this article, or I don't have time to read it right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the save button, and then it saves in my content. So now if I go to my content, save by you, the Gold Rush article should be there. It's taking a second to load. There it is. So, and that little bookmark shows that it's a saved article. So sometimes you see articles in the news section and you just don't have time to read them. I would recommend saving them for later, because otherwise you may forget about it or it disappears. Now, when it says content at your school, it just means like articles that other teachers have maybe put together that you can see that what they're doing. So these are some of the articles that other teachers have put together. All right, now let's go to assignments. This is important for reading because your teachers will be assigning assignments on Newsela at times. So if you look right here, this is a student Newsela assignment section. It says your assignments. In the last 7 days, this teacher has assigned one article right here. And you can, and it says new. So whenever your teacher says go and look at your assignments, you could go right here and you click on the title of the article and it will take you to the assignment. And it gives you information like directions. And then when you're ready to work on the assignment, you just click right on that article. And then there you go. And you can even click view assignment for even more information. And if they give you more directions, you hit view more. Okay. So you would scroll down and, read the article. And there's some other cool features I want to show you really quick. So I'm going to go to, out of that, I'm going to go to an example article. Let's just pick that one really quick. So anytime that you have an article, you have the ability to annotate the text, and you can even change the reading level. So if you go right here, these are the different reading levels. So 480 to about 840, and some go even higher. So 840 is a pretty good reading level for a fifth grader. But if you feel like that's kind of a little hard for me right now, go ahead and change it, and the words get a little bit easier or more not as longer. So if you feel like that's what you can handle, make sure you do that. Okay, so I'm going to change that back to the 840. And you do have the option of having it read aloud to you. So
women like Mulan didn't need
okay, I'm going to pause that. That's a nice feature to have if sometimes the text is a little bit more challenging. You could also, if you like to write on things, you can, and you have access to a printer, you could also print it if you want to. Okay, so now I want to show you one of my favorite features. So let's say, for example, you're reading this article and you really want to react to it, and there's a part you're connecting to. You highlight it, and then you can even choose the different colors. And this is where, as reading teachers, we want you to do some annotation. That's writing about your thinking. So this is amazing. I am connecting to it because, and I'm not going to write the whole answer, but that's what you would do. And it automatically saves it for you. So you don't have to hit save or anything. It just kind of automatically does it for you, which is super, super cool. Okay. Now at the very bottom, if it says take quiz, you could take the quiz. Now, not all quizzes are required, but sometimes there will be a teacher saying like, listen, we're taking a quiz today. So the quiz will be here on the right-hand side. And usually they're very short questions, but they're not easy. You really have to use the text. So like this question has four questions. Here is the question right here. And then it gives you some choices right there. Okay. And you can obviously use the text to find your answer and then make your choice. That's what at least I would do. Okay, so that is how you use Newsela for annotating. Now I want to talk about your binder. So your binder is kind of like where you are looking at your articles that you've done, your progress, and your reading level. So let's say, for example, I'm in the binder. And after you've taken a couple of quizzes, it's going to calculate what they think is your average lexile or your reading level. It's going to calculate your quiz average. So after about 3 or 4, I think, is when Newsela says, okay, I think we're ready to do a calculation. So that's what you would do. So right here, it tells you all the quizzes you've done or the work that when you've completed it, when you've submitted it, who assigned it. Like for example, on this one, the teacher assigned it, but on this article, you picked it. It says independent. Now it even tells you the level or the lexile of each article and how many annotations you made. And then when you opened it. So if you are on the teacher end, we can see kind of your activity level and how much reading you've done, how you've been scoring on your quizzes and things like that. And you can do the same thing as a student, which is really nice. So anytime you get an assignment on Newsela from the teacher, you're going to check your assignment binder, and that's where it should show up. And that's where you'll be operating out of. I hope that helps you to understand how we're going to use Newsela this year to get better at reading nonfiction. And I think just trying it out for a couple of days, clicking around to see how all the functions work will really, really help you. So I hope this video tutorial helps you, and have fun reading.